Hello everyone, today we have lots of shrubs and plants that we are going to be planting all around the garden. So first, before we do that, let me show you what I have. The first plant that I have over here is the black lace elderberry, and this is a proven winner variety. It grows about 6 to 10 feet tall and 6 to 10 feet wide. It is hardy in from zone 5 to 7. And I think that it can, the chickens are being loud and they think I have food for them. And I think that it does not require a lot. Excuse me, you keep interrupting. It does not require high acidity. This is a shrub that can handle a pretty alkaline soil from my understanding. The next one that I have is this gorgeous Lamium. This is called the Purple Dragon Lamium, and it has, look at these splotches on the leaves and the purple edging on it, which is why it's sort of called the purple, which is why it's called the Purple Dragon Lamium. I think especially because of these splotches on it, because it kind of gives it this dragon scale look to it. And it has gorgeous purple blooms. Look at those. Oh my goodness, I can't wait to see them in bloom. And I love this. I've been waiting on Lamium because I don't have a lot of areas that are shaded and also cleaned up. Most of the shaded areas need work over here because we have a lot of woods around us. But I have a place that I'm going to be planting this that's not necessarily shaded, but because we are in zone 5, zone 6A, and we do have fairly cooler winters, fairly cooler summers in comparison to others, I think this might be able to handle it, because we can plant hostas, for example, in the sun, as long as we give them plenty of water, and they will be okay. So I think this is probably the same. It's going to be the same for this one. This is part shade to shade, and it can grow from zone 4 to 9, I believe. And it grows about this high, like 8 inches high maximum, I think. And like I said, it has these beautiful, gorgeous purple blooms. I got 2 of these that we're going to be planting in a special place. I also have these 2 honeyberries. These are hardy to zone 2. Insane, crazy. And I got these from Home Depot. I've been wanting to get this for a couple years now, but getting them online is super expensive. However, when you do buy them online, you have the ability to buy the larger shrubs. Well, over here they just typically get the smaller ones, but I don't think they're going to take that long to mature. And these are in the honeysuckle family, and they don't need the fussing like the blueberries do. They don't require a low pH, so you're basically good to go with these as long as you give them a good organic fertilizer. They should be totally okay. And they make these kind of like blueberry fruits. I think they are sweeter than blueberries. I haven't tried them. We don't usually see them in the grocery stores over here, but I'm really excited about this. I have 2 of these, and they grow about 3 to 6 feet tall, 3 to 6 feet wide, and I'm guessing that the width, yes, 3 to 6 feet tall. I said it correctly the first time. I'm guessing that the width is going to be the same as the height, but it doesn't really say. So you can plant it from sun to part shade. This one right here is a thornless blackberry. This one can grow up to zone 4. It doesn't say the higher zones that it can grow in, but it does say that it can grow up to zone 4, and it also can take full sun to partial shade. And it's thornless, of course, so this is a bonus, because you know, when the kids come to pick some berries off of this, they're not going to be poked by a million thorns. And they grow about 6 to 8 feet tall, and you can harvest them from July through August. Again, not super big, but I think, you know, in a couple years it's going to put on some growth and we're going to be able to harvest some fruits off of this. I'm super excited about this. This right here, this is a Lingonberry, and I think this is the berry that I'm used to from where I grew up. I think my grandfather used to grow these berries and they are absolutely delicious. If these are the berries that I'm thinking about, these are the best berries that you'll ever taste. So delicious. They are super tangy when they're not ripe, which I personally love, and some of my kids do too. And and they are also very sweet when they are ripe, and they're so delicious. And these are they thornless? It looks like they are. Oh my, I've never seen one that's thornless, but this looks thornless. I don't see any thorns on them. Oh no, no, I stand corrected. No, they do have some thorns on them. They're like super tiny. You can see these little red things over here. These are the thorns. So clearly the thorns kind of grow on the fresh growth, but they're not so pokey. Maybe as they mature they'll have more thorns. And these grow about 6 to 8 feet tall, and they do need support, of course. All of these berries, with exception to the honeyberry, are going to need support. And you can put them up on a trellis or something like that also, that would work. And they are hardy to zone 5, and they can grow also between full sun and partial shade. So if you don't have a lot of sun in your garden and you want to grow some berries, these berries, along with the others that I shared with you, are going to be perfect for you. And these, I think, are going to require a little more acidity than the honeyberries. All of these berries do love acidic soil, with exception to the honeyberry. It can be totally fine in a neutral soil, which is basically what we have. We have about 6.8 or sometimes 7, sometimes a little higher than that. So the honeyberry is going to be perfect for us, and I'm not going to have to constantly worry about amending it with a soil acidifier. I think the camera's following the chickens, which I think is very funny. Okay, let's fix it. The last thing that I have is not a plant. This is something I think of as sort of a splurge that I got for myself. And I didn't actually realize until after I got it that it was pretty close to Mother's Day. So I got it the week before Mother's Day. And so when you're watching this, Mother's Day would have already passed, and I hope you all had a wonderful day and with your families. And I also think of all the mothers that maybe have lost children or babies, and I send you my prayers and comfort, that the Lord will comfort you and hold you up in Him. I know this can be a beautiful time for some people and a hard time for others, and you are all in my thoughts. So let me show you what I have over here. This is a bird bath. I actually got this off of Amazon. I'll show you exactly where we're going to be putting this, and I'm excited about this because I love birds. I love watching them and listening to them. I think they are just so gorgeous, and they're very entertaining as well. And so this wasn't actually that expensive. It also has a solar fountain in it, so I don't have to worry about the water getting algae in it. And I would have to actually refill this probably every day, especially in the heat of the summer. But here it is, and I was hoping that they would have something that's like a little bit more kind of a stone color, like a concrete sort of a color, but this is the color that they had, which is not bad. It's okay, but I'm excited about this. All right, so I'm going to take everything and start planting, and then I'll show you where everything ended up, because I have to hurry up. Pretty soon it's going to be lunchtime and we have to eat, and I'll probably finish after lunchtime. So I just realized that both honeyberries that I got are actually males. I'm gonna have to return one of them. I don't know if I can still return it. We'll see. I have to find the receipt now. Hopefully I still have it. But I'm gonna plant one of them and then when I find a female, if I find a female, I'll plant it next to it, because you're supposed to have a male and a female in order to get proper pollination. So that's a bummer. So today is actually the second day, and it's actually Mother's Day, and I was out here in the garden planting with the kids. But the reason why I'm filming this today and not yesterday is because yesterday I was trying to show you what I did and where I planted what, and that's when my husband and the kids started mowing. And because he finally fixed the lawnmower, not that he didn't want to, it's just that it needed some parts, it needed battery and all that stuff. And finally we're able to mow the lawn. So there's still some areas that need to be mowed. But anyways, I just wanted to take you kind of on a tour and show you where everything got planted. And tomorrow we'll come back and set up the bird bath. But first I want to show you what the kids and I did over here. So this is the kids' play area over here, and this is their garden. A few days ago I expanded this garden. I also put down all this landscaping fabric over there because we're going to be putting down some gravel. We got them a new slide. Their old slide was broken, so we took that opportunity to put down the landscaping fabric. My husband installed the slide, and I wanted to make their flower bed a little bit bigger because this is their area here. They can plant whatever they want in here. They chose those plants, and today we were planting these with them. My son chose this white phlox over here. It smells heavenly. And my youngest daughter, she chose the lobelia over here and the dianthus. And then my oldest daughter, she chose the petunia over here. They also have some lilies, oriental lilies that were in the back. And we also planted some zinnias in the back. So this is going to be fun. It's going to be exciting. I'm also going to be adding a little bit of landscaping. I forgot what I was saying, but I'm just going to finish this area over here, add some more landscaping fabric here and here, just so that it's easier to mow. It would be, if it was all square instead of having to go around this and that. So this way would have to edge a whole lot, and this way by doing that, the edging would just be only around the around all the landscaped area basically. And we're also going to, or I'm going to be putting down some landscape edging all along this area, and also right there in the bed, just to stop the grass from going in before it dies, because right when you put the landscaping fabric, it's going to try to reach into the bed, and this whole bed was full of grass. So I dug it all up, and I also put down irrigation, and I dug a trench. You can sort of see I did all this today. I dug a trench all the way there, and then I took the what do you call it, irrigation tubing into the trench, and I took it all the way there because that's where it's going to connect at the end of that bed into the timer. Okay, now let's go. Come with me, sweetie. Let's take you to where we planted the honeyberry and the blackberries and all those. Right here, this is where the honeyberry ended up. And I only planted one because both of them turned out to be male. In my haste, when I saw that Home Depot had honeyberries, I grabbed them, not thinking to check the variety, whether it's a male or a female. And now I have to find a Home Depot that actually has a honeyberry, and find one that has a female honeyberry. So I'm going to keep the male honeyberry, the second one. I'm going to plant it somewhere else, and we're gonna get 2 female honeyberries and plant one here and one somewhere else. Right here, this is where the blackberry ended up, and this is where the lingonberry is, and these will actually grow pretty big, but I planted them close together because I don't want to take any more space from the vegetable garden, and that bed right there is going to be my herb bed, so I did not want to plant the lingonberry in there. In the future, we will be expanding into the back over there, and maybe I'll transplant some of this stuff over here, the perennials, into that area. But for now, this is the space that I have, and this is where I planted it. We also have here this raspberry, and I'm having it propagate itself into the bed. So we have one there, and I'm going to be planting another one right here. And look at the garlic. It's looking so lush and good. And also, the apple trees are loaded with blossoms, and they smell so heavenly, and the bees love them. This is where the chickens stay for most of the days when it's not raining, to kind of frip up this area for me. And right here, this is where the Lamium ended up, right next to the nectarine tree. And the reason why I planted them this way is because I want to put some stepping stones in between them. So I'm going to have one here, one there, and one behind the nectarine. I kind of want the Lamium to kind of spread in this area all around the tree. Not here and not there, because I have other plans for this area. But first, before we go, and look at this. Do you need help? Look at this. The lilac and the apple tree, when they're in blossom together, they are gorgeous. And this apple tree is loaded with blossoms. We still have to clean that up. Oh, that's for another day. But the bees love this tree. Look at it. Let me show you. It is loaded. I don't know what you guys can see, but oh, look at the cherry tree. It is loaded. This is the first year that this cherry tree is this loaded. For the past few years, we actually lost the flowers to frost, but this year it bloomed later, and I am so excited. And we're gonna hopefully get cherries. Hopefully it's gonna get pollinated. Also, that one right there and this one right here also have some flowers on them. So yay, so exciting. We're gonna get some cherries. Okay, and right here, this is where the black lace elderberry ended up. It is in the entrance garden right here. We have the lilac. I have also some Russian sage down there and the dutsias. And this is going to grow about 10 to 15 feet tall and wide, and same with the lilac over there. This is a white lilac. I forgot the name for the lilac. I'm not sure. Sorry about that, but I love the black lace elderberry. I'm gonna have to buy a pollinator elderberry so that we can actually end up with some fruit on it. This tree right here, look at it. This is the pear tree that I transplanted from the back where the back orchard is, and it has bloomed, and it looks like it's also getting pollinated. So this is really, really exciting. Tomorrow we're going to come back over here and we're going to set up the bird bath and see what else needs to be done. I think that's it. I think just setting up the bird bath. All right, I will see you tomorrow. So it's the next day and I'm out here again. No makeup. I'm in a rush and I've been mowing the lawn and I have a lot of work to do. So we're gonna set up the bird bath right now in this area over here in the north bed. So we have this pedestal over here, and I also got this slab right here, the concrete slab from the fire pit that we're going to be replacing with something else. This is just like sort of we had an in-ground basically fire pit. We had these concrete slabs and a few stones around it, but we don't need it anymore because we're going to be doing something else with it. So I'm going to use that, put it under this. I'm also going to level it. So I have this level right here, and I also have the mallet to help me level this thing, and hopefully I can put it in the right spot. Looks pretty level to me. I don't know if you guys can see. Oops. It looks pretty good. So I'm going to put the pedestal on right now. Finally, the moment of truth. We're gonna see if this is going to look good or not. Hopefully it will. Let me just show you what we have here. These are the solar panels right here, and here's the pump, and it's actually working right now because the solar panels are receiving sun. And this right here is a filter. It's made of foam, so I need to soak this in water and then squish it right in the bottom right here. So it will go right there like this, and then the pump, this part of the pump right here has to go in this hole. So you can see like that, something like that. So that part goes in the hole like that, and then this whole thing sits right over the foam filter, and you'd of course have to kind of play around and adjust the pump into this thing right here. Okay, I think I figured it out. You can see it right now. It's bubbling, and this is how it's supposed to work. It's supposed to be very gentle so that the birds can perch on this and they can drink from this water. So I'm just going to demonstrate to you how you can put it together because it's not that obvious. You have to kind of snap it in. You can't just be gentle, so you want to put it in the hole over here. This divot right here goes in this hole, and then you have to push it in and make sure it's in all the way, and then you put this foam thing on it, and then you push it down into the bottom, and there we go. And now when the sun shines, it's going to start bubbling again. It is an overcast day today, so or partially overcast, so we're not going to see it bubbling all the time, but here it is. Yay. You see, as soon as the sun shines, it starts bubbling. This is exciting. All right, let me step back and give you kind of a quick look at it. And there it is. I wish it was just a little darker, then it would have looked better. I have to fix it a little bit because it's not centered. Let's push it in. I think that's good. Yeah, I wish it was a little bit darker. I may spray paint it. I don't know, because right now it looks a little bit odd. It's actually a rubber bowl. It's not stone. I was hoping it would be stone, but it's not. It's just rubber, and maybe it did say that in the description, but I just didn't see it. I don't know. But I think it's the perfect size, and I doubt we're gonna see birds coming to it right away. And we're gonna have to wait maybe a few days, or maybe just today. If I just get out of here, they will come. But you can see it's bubbling. It's working perfectly, and I will probably have to come here and fill it every day. And that filter that you saw, the blue one, they give you 2 of them, so that when that one gets dirty, you can change it. Yeah, I think I'm gonna stop over here right now. I have a lot of mulching in this area to do. I'm gonna do this off camera. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll see you again in the next video. If you want to watch more videos like this, you can click on this video over here and this video.